So let's jump straight in. So Haluo AI, artificial intelligence, recently had some type of change right in the middle of at least my policy. I'm not sure how everybody's. I guess depending on what day of the month you sign up, mine usually renews around the 15th of every month. Well, about 10 days ago, around the 18th or 19th, I noticed that I was not getting my daily coins anymore. And so I was like, okay. So the first day or two, I didn't think much of it because it usually comes like clockwork. Usually around the same time, 24 hours after I previously ran out of my credit slash coins, depending on what platform you use, what AI company that you go with. You know, you'll get the coins every day. Leonardo, it's 150 daily, unless you upgrade to a different plan. So here's what I found out. So about 12 or 14 days ago, I guess Hulu AI stopped giving the daily stipend. I didn't get any emails about it. I looked on Reddit, and that's where I found most of my information. And apparently they've stopped it. And so if you're a small creator like myself, you rely heavily on those coins that come every day, because a lot of times when you're generating these videos, the prompt is not understood. It kicks out things that don't even make sense. I've made a couple of videos of my AI fails, and things of that nature. I honestly do believe that Haluo AI is a lot better than Leonardo. I know that a lot of people praise Leonardo, but I get the weirdest imagery wise. Leonardo AI is probably better as far as the component and the visuals itself within the image. However, it seems that Hulu AI is better at understanding the prompts. But what these gurus on YouTube don't tell you is that many times you're going to waste more credits than you're going to actually utilize. Um, one good one good pointer I can give you, new creator, as I'm a new creator myself, and you're trying to watch your pennies until you grow a following and try to, you're trying to be authentic, but at the same time, not trying to break the bank, so to speak, because you're not monetized yet, just like myself. One thing that these gurus don't tell you is the amount of AI images that are wasted because the prompts are not understood. You're constantly redoing prompts. And this may be part of the learning curve as you're a new creator and you're growing. These gurus make it like, oh, just do, videos, do faceless videos and make millions, get this many followers and this and that. Another thing these gurus don't tell you, the second thing, the first thing, of course, is a lot of wasted AI images and repurposing them for other things that you can possibly use them for. I've repurposed a lot of my images to try to use them for other things, other projects, other videos, so they're not just going idle. And then the second thing these gurus don't tell you is that it's not in it's not instant. Like, they'll post these, oh, look at this creator just started 2 months ago and they've already got 1 million followers. Some of these people, and it probably really shouldn't matter, but some of these people are not in the US market. So if you're overseas, or you may be in a different market in another country where maybe AI is the thing, maybe it's trending over there. But here in the US, not so much. And I'm not saying there's not some creators out there that are successful at AI, but it's definitely not as easy as they make it seem. I even saw someone post on Reddit recently about those viral cat videos that people are making. And he's like, dude, I'm not doing good at all. I'm barely getting like 15 to 20 views. And just from glancing at his content, it looked pretty decent. And of course, because content creators don't know how to be positive and give constructive criticism in a friendly and unrude way, he was like, dude, your content sucks. And that's just not nice. But again, when you get to looking at this stuff a lot, you'll see it's not quite as black and white as these quote unquote YouTube gurus want you to believe that it is to make these faceless videos and so on and so forth. I can't tell you how many hiccups I've come across. But yeah, so for me, after 60 days, I have 4 channels. My first one is a little potpourri, a little bit of a blend of everything. ASMR, white noise music. I talk about dashing, life over 50. I mean, my niche is definitely multi-niche in my first channel. That one I only have 24 followers. My second one, the animal channel, I thought it would be a little bit easier. I'm stuck at about 96 for the past week, but that one seemed to grow substantially. I think within a month I was already at like 65, 70 followers, which I don't think is bad. It's not spectacular, but I don't think it's bad. But then sort of hit a stall. So it's been, I started that one May 1st. It's 2 months now. I'm at 96 following. And even though the animal niche is okay, it's still, you know, I don't know. Like I do a lot of Faceless on there, not animation, but just Faceless because I'm posting animal content, and I'm using a lot of stock footage. But it's just, I'm like, am I really gonna grow with my audience? Because how do you bond with the audience when it's about animals? I don't. The only pets I have is dogs. So even though yes, I can grow to a certain extent, long term, I'm thinking, is this sustainable? Because when you're growing your YouTube channel and you want to, when you're growing your YouTube channel and you want to reach out to your audience, I'm like, as much as I love snakes, because that's where most of my viewers come from, is snake videos, I don't have a pet snake, so how useful is this really going to be when I'm trying to grow with my audience? If I'm doing live videos, what am I going to tell you? There's only so much dogs I can talk about. So just really thinking about the future of that channel. And so recently, I want to say I really think YouTube has either changed its algorithm, which I hear is constantly a revolving door, or B, if they've not changed their algorithm, then I guess my content is just not that good. But my other theory is that I wonder if the first month out the gate they help new creators by pushing their shorts. I'm noticing my shorts views have gone down tremendously. It's like crickets. Or maybe they're on to me. I do change my titles quite a few times, maybe 2 to 3. I try not to do it more than that because I don't want to get some type of flag or, you know, some type of penalization or anything like that. I don't want to be penalized for, you know, changing my title a few times. And I know they warn you, don't do it a lot because it can change the algorithm while the short is finding its audience or your video. But the weird thing is that I used to easily get right off the bat 3 to 1,000 views. Lately, especially even with my animal channel, where I could easily get 2 or 3 subscribers a day, you know, maybe 6 a week, 8 a week. Lately, I push out my shorts videos and I'm barely getting 5 views. And I'll even wait 5 to 7 minutes, give the audience the short time to find the audience. Still crickets. Change the title, that may make an impact where I get up to 100. But lately, I'm not even breaking the 50 barrier on some of these. Chime down below if you're seeing the same thing. I've watched some of my other content creators that are, you know, above average, and I've noticed their views have gone down a little bit as well. But of course, one of the things that stress, if you have a following, a organic following, a legitimate following, people will come seek you. Now I'm not talking about the clickbaity type people where they're using thumbnail hooks and then as soon as you watch it, it has nothing to do with the thumbnail, but they've got your attention for 5 seconds. Not that. I'm talking about people with a true following. So say you make cruise videos or the door dashers and gig workers and things like that. They have a legitimate following. I don't get so caught up into, oh, you're only getting 5% of your subscribers. No, not. I just look at the raw numbers and say, okay, they're getting a few thousand less than they were this time last week or the week before. So I definitely think YouTube has changed something. I'm trying to bend with the algorithm change. It's hard not to get discouraged because, again, lately it seems like everything is a struggle. When I started my animal channel, that first day or two, I had like 6 to 8 subscribers just in a day or two. And that first weekend, I racked up. I think I had 25 subscribers by the end of 4 days. Well, with these last 2 channels I've made a prayer channel, and I've made one that's called Shorts with a Side of Sass, S-A-S-S. And at first I thought about doing shorts with a side of fries, just something, you know, quirky. And that one is also, you could say, sort of a multi-niche type thing, but I want to focus more on long content with that one than shorts like my animal channel. However, crickets. It's been 2 or 3 days, not one subscriber, even on the video where I got 1,000 views. I do talk about DoorDash on a handful of them and how DoorDash drivers are not tipped and things like that. But again, I'm not. What is up with YouTube lately? Is this just a slow time of the market or people out of town? But again, I noticed even my shorts are not being pushed. Now, I wasn't surprised with the long form content because I know you usually have to have a truly organic following, somebody that's truly interested in your long form content. I know that, the audience is different for shorts versus long, but my shorts are looking like the long content where I may get 3 to 5 views recently and I'm not getting any new subscribers, so I don't understand what has changed. Please chime down below if you know. But again, if you're a new creator, try not to be discouraged. If you're trying to do faceless videos using AI, try to join as many free trials as you can while you're learning the craft. I have improved a lot of ways. I've learned a lot. Clipchamp is like a lifesaver for me. I've really grown accustomed to Canva. Canva's another lifesaver. Canva has a lot of things they don't allow as far as the copyright and the music and things of that nature. So I try to stay away from the music part of my editing. A lot of times I'll go to Clipchamp. I know YouTube has some features that you can use for music, but I haven't really learned that part of the craft yet. Because a lot of times I have different videos that I'm putting together and making into one video. Many times I like to use Clipchamp so that I can put them all together. Because a lot of times I have short clips or different things that I'm putting together. But again, that's one of the things the big gurus just tell you, oh, copy me, follow me, blah, blah, blah. But they're not being honest about it. It truly takes time. I've seen some more authentic creators say that it takes years, sometimes a year or two, or even if you get viral. Like I watched this one channel where this person went viral talking about how I think a ditch or something was used to catch boar so that they don't come eat the crops or something. I'm paraphrasing here, but anyway, the video went viral. And they only had 5 to 7 more videos on the channel, but you would think when people follow the viral content that they would watch it. I'm the type of person, when I watch something of yours that interests me, I binge watch everything else that you have. Well, I notice people don't do that for the viral content. So the person's other 5 or 6 videos sat at like 20 to 40 views. Now that was at that time. I don't know if it's grown since. I checked that about 10 or 15 days ago. But is that how it is when someone makes a viral video? Yeah, they get the subscribers and stuff like that and the views on that one video. But do people really not go back and watch the other content that these creators make? Because to me, viral videos here and there are just not sustainable. So that's why I really like to watch the other creators that are a little bit more down to earth. They don't sugarcoat things. I know I tried it first to do the whole affiliate marketing, and of course you can't really do that if you don't really have a following. And I'm not saying that it's just going to be a cakewalk even when I do grow my followers. But again, these people really don't explain to you, grow your following first, build authenticity, then people will follow. Because if you don't have a following and you're just throwing out, oh, recommending products to people, buy this from me, blah blah blah, copy me, this and that, nobody knows who you are. And if you barely have a handful of subscribers, they're probably not inclined to buy something that you're recommending. And unfortunately, we're creatures of, I don't want to say creatures of habit, but we're creatures of copy. So I think a lot of times videos go viral because people will see, oh, this person liked this, I'm going to like it too. You ever notice sometimes, I forgot what aspect of life, I know one, sometimes, oh, that's what sometimes these different blogs you're on, say you're on Facebook or other places, and you're making, you may make a random comment, or say one person, the author of said thread, will put, hey, I have a question, blah, 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 blah. You notice nobody answers that question. But the second 1 or 2 people comment, then all of a sudden, here comes the comments flooding. And it makes me think, are people really commenting to the author? Or are they commenting to discredit one another's comment that was just replied to the author? And I think I akin it the same way to viral content. Sometimes I think things only go viral because 500, 10,000, 100,000 people's in it. Let me check it out too. Even if they don't really like it, but let me check it out because 500 other people or 10,000 or 100,000 other people like it. So why not me as well? So I think a lot of times, again, we're humans. We're like that. You know, we're flawed. So if we think somebody else thinks something's good, we think it's good. And the same with comments. Like I said, I can't tell you how many hundreds of times I have seen one person's comment or question go unanswered for a day or two. And then you go behind and answer that question. All of a sudden, here comes the other 10 or 20 comments. And I do not think it's algorithm. I think it's human people. We're crazy. But yes. But like I say, these are things the gurus don't tell you, is that it's not an overnight process. If you're fortunate enough that you have made a viral video, and heaven forbid you make two, because they say it's just like hitting the lottery, hitting the YouTube lottery. I think that's great, and more power to you, and I wish you the best on your journey. I've even heard some content creators say the best thing is to keep organically growing your audience, and if you get some virals in between, even better. But again, just watch your dollars. Try to get as much free trials as you can as you learn your craft. And thank you so much for stopping by today.